Hello and welcome back to Cody's Not Radio Workshop. Well, it is the radio workshop, it's just we're doing something completely different today. This is a Garmin satnav. It's quite a posh one really. It's got a Dashcam on there. Now what I used to do back in the days when I had the van was bring it in each evening, and I used the sucker mount and I used to stick it on the side of the fridge. And one morning when I came downstairs to make my early morning cup of coffee, I noticed it was on the floor. The sucker had not sucked enough. Story of my life. And it had fallen off onto the floor and the screen had cracked and broken. I got very sad about that, cried a little bit and put it away and got out another satnav. I've got a few. You know, Tom, another Tom, another Tom, old school Tom, another old school Tom, a Garmin. I like Garmins. And another Garmin, and found that they all still work. However, I really wanted to carry on using this one because it's got the Dashcam on there, and the Dashcam on this is absolutely brilliant stuff. And I missed it, but I put this away thinking, oh, I'll get a screen for this one day, because back in the day when I first bought this, it was expensive, and a replacement screen was double expensive too. In fact, today, looking at today's prices, even looking on places like AliExpress, just for the screen, it was £30. So, you trawl eBay from time to time, don't you? And I came across a Garmin Nuvi 2519 LM, which is this one. And the screen on there, apart from a few normal use marks, looks pretty good. And I bought it. It was cheap. It was kind of parts or not working territory. But it's got the same screen. They are identical screens. So I'm going to go ahead and just change that. Already taken the old screen off so I could find out what the model number was for this one. This satnav, by the way, is a DriveAssist 50 LMTD, so that's lifetime maps and lifetime traffic. Another reason I wanted to carry on using it. And there it is. The screen is a ZD05NA-05E, or, depending on where you look, an Innolux GZD050NA5010S. So I looked them up and found out that this screen, on this one that I've bought on eBay for parts, is the same screen. So if I just pop those on one side for the moment, and we need a T5 screwdriver, which is a small, teeny tiny, small star bit. I need to take out these 4 corner screws. 1, let me move you up, 1, move the cloth, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let's do that. And pop the screws somewhere safe because they are also teeny tiny. That's 2. Count along with Cody's. 3. And the last one, 4. If you've been playing along at home, you'll have counted 4 too. Or just 4. And then we need a spudger. This is my old trusty spudger. Had this donkey's years. I've had newer ones since, but there've not been a patch on this one. And we need to open up the screen. This is bottom clenching, because if this screen's never been out before, there's always in the back of my mind a chance of breaking it, and that would make this a very short and a very embarrassing video. I'm just moving the blade along, and it's kind of that action just to prise it out, and then focus. This bar bit here has to be lifted up to allow the ribbon to come out, and that was quite tricky. I'll get the fingernails underneath instead of the spudger and just flick it up, and then the ribbon cable just comes out and you can remove the screen from the satnav. So now this is the one with the dash cam on there, so I need to get this ribbon cable into the similar slot, which sounds a lot easier than it actually is. But the trick is obviously not to tear the ribbon cable. Right, that is now in. So now it should just be a case of popping this, clipping it back together. But yes, that is now working. I'm pretty happy with that. So I can clip that back together, pop the screws in. So let's just turn that off with the button. Turn off the device, off. And then I'll screw it back together. I'll pop a memory card in and just demonstrate the unit actually working again. So here we go again. This is part 2 that I wasn't expecting to do. What I found after proving that it actually works and it is the identical screen, the donor screen came from a different model, and the actual bezel is a very slightly different shape, and the thing won't clip together. So I've taken the bezel off the original one, and I'm going to have to take the screen out of here, which is a bit bottom clenching because I have to take the screen out again. See if we can get, yes, I got it this time. Pop that back on one side, so we're back to just the screen again. And I have to get this screen out of this bezel now. I've just found out how to do it with the broken one. You can see the cracks on there. So I just found out how to do it with that one, and it involves using the heat gun to melt the sticky tape. There we go. So that is the bezel that didn't fit. Now, did I pay attention to which way this goes in? No, I didn't. Now need a couple of shorter slivers for the sides. That's not it. That might be it though. Yes. Alright, so this now should clip together. Like that. Very satisfying. And lastly, on that edge, pop the screws back in. Can you remember how many screws there are, children? That's right, 4. One. Whoops. 2. Yeah, something as simple like this as a screen change. I know it's not very exciting, but if you're the one doing it, you know, like I've just done it, it's actually it's thrilling, it's exciting, and it gives you a sense of achievement and accomplishment. So let's plug it in and find out that it doesn't work. Well, it's on. That's good. DriveAssist 50. 2016, that'll be when I bought it. Okay. And view map. Acquiring satellites, yes, very good. Right, I'll go and get a memory card and we'll just prove that everything on there works. You know, the satnav and the dashcam. Okay, so I've just popped in the memory card. I think it's a 64GB card that I've put in there, but I've also given the screen a clean with some Novus plastic clean and shine, and that's made it look a little bit better. You can see some of the white tape that I'd put in there, but I'm not that bothered about that. Let's power it up and see what's what. Select to align the camera. And there you go, there's the camera working, there's my... You can't really see. Can I move the camera? Can I angle it upwards? No, it'll go side to side, but not upwards. So there's my bench. And my power supply there, and there's the Novus. So I'm pointing straight ahead and done. That's it. View map. Ready to navigate. Yeah. And yeah, it's done. So that was the screen change. There's the old... Let me get the angle. You can see the breaks on the screen there where it fell off the side of the fridge. I won't be doing that again. I also changed the bezel because it wasn't compatible, and popped some new double-sided tape on, and yeah, it's all back to working. So I'm looking forward to getting this in the car now. And it's nice in a way to be able to do something like this, because it's different to a radio and it gets something else repaired rather than replaced. Again, thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.